the school year. Oh no.
What's up, everybody? What's going on, KiTS Nation? Thank you to those of you that are joining us today. I tried to get us started. I wanted a little bit of Bob Marley. We got the sun shining, the weather is nice, spring is in the air. And with spring being in the air, you know what that means? That means there's lots of money to be made and lots of things we can do. So with that, I want to be respectful of your time today. At the same time, too, I know that as I'm still looking at my list here, we're still waiting for lots of people to join in. And we've already got lots of you here. So thank you all for taking the time today. Now, that being said, I am going to go through a few different things here with you guys. I want to make sure that I get some technical stuff out of the way. So first and foremost, technical sound. How are we doing for sound? We're good. We got sound. Video. Can you see video there? We got video. We got sound. We're doing good so far. This is not like Facebook. If any of you join my Facebook Live, if you don't join my Facebook Live, you really should. It's a lot of fun. We get a lot of wicked guests on there. But let me tell you, Facebook Live can give you some crazy technical difficulties, which absolutely suck. Let me see if that light moves a little bit better. Wicked. Q&A. So you guys have a little bit of a chat box down at the bottom, or a question and answer box, whatever they call it on your end of this world of this GoToMeeting stuff. But you guys have one of those. So feel free, please, at this entire time, even starting right this second or like 2 seconds ago, go ahead and type in any questions you have. Please know, I'm going to wait till the end to get through those things, okay? So I'm going to go at the end of this whole thing, do a live Q&A period. As long as you guys need me, I'm here for you. But I will go ahead and answer those questions. So again, as I'm going through stuff, type them in. The next thing I wanted to bring up as well was a poll, okay? So I'm going to ask you all a question here. I want to know what day of the week and what time of the day, what day of the week and what time of the day are best for you guys to be joining in on these webinars. Keep in mind this. We've got people literally from coast to coast that are joining us on this stuff. So folks that are in the West Coast, it's like a 9:30 for them. Folks that are on the East Coast, it's like 1:30 for them. So we've got a whole bunch of different time frames. I personally, I'm located right here in Toronto. So for me, it's 12:30. And again, I'm just trying to work with everybody's time, but kind of get everybody on at the exact same time. So just a heads up on that. This is where I'm trying to figure that out. What I want to know, your video comes and goes. Okay, cool. Susan, I'm glad you see it now. This is like online stuff. Know this, guys, this GoToMeeting stuff will make my computer a little bit slower because it's doing a live feed for you. For your computer, if you're trying to bumble around, do other things too, you might find that it slows down a little bit. That's what you call bandwidth on the internet. Gotta love technology. But where I was going with that was, I want to know, poll. Again, what day of the week and what time of the day are best for you guys? Please just put it in there. Thank you, Harry. Wednesday afternoon. Give me a specific time. The more I know, the better I can help you guys and be able to plan these things around everybody's time. I know we're not going to make it work for everybody, but at the same time, if I can kind of get a consensus from all of you on this line today, and I still see it's growing, which is wicked, but if I can get a consensus from everybody, at least I know what time is better. So keep on moving. We got our mic on, our camera on. Screen share will be on shortly. I am recording. I shouldn't have told you that. Don't leave me yet. Don't leave. Okay, next thing. As I always do, I'm going to ask you guys, have you gone on to Mindshare 101 on Facebook and click like yet? If you haven't, make sure you do that today. We've got some wicked stuff we do on that page. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, Mindshare 101, make sure you do that as well, please. Check it out, see the videos. You know, I like to share my videos across Facebook. I love sharing my videos across Facebook. YouTube's kind of like my online library for it. Of course, KiTS Pack, KiTS Nation, check us out on Facebook. We've also got our KiTS Pack page. So again, lots of great stuff for you guys to share out to your social media feed, things you can use, whatever it be. Instagram, if those of you are on Instagram, check me out at David Greenspan 101. Now, I got to tell you, I tried for the at Mindshare 101, and I know for a fact that somebody went in there and grabbed it from me on purpose. And all they've posted up is my blue Mindshare folder that I give you guys at presentations. That's all they've put up there. So I know that this is somebody that just took my name. I don't know why. But anyways, you know my name, David Greenspan. Check me out on Instagram. Follow me. I like to have fun on social media. I like to put out a lot of awesome stuff. Now, as I get my papers out of the way, we start getting into the meat of this thing today. Let's rock and roll here. I think I got that part of the way. We're good to go. Perfect. So now, next thing. Here's a real important thing that I want to share with you guys. And most of you should know this. I know a lot of you do know this, but real estate is a relationship business. This is not a transactional business. You are not selling pizzas. You are not selling TVs. You are not selling cars or travel packages or any of that stuff. As much as that Bob Marley made me want to go on vacation today. But you're not selling any of that stuff. This is a relationship business. In fact, you're helping people buy and sell their biggest asset in their entire life. So it's important that we treat it that way. You can't just go out and generate leads from all sorts of people just because you went and spent a few bucks. Remember, money is not the solution to complacency. Okay, so it's important. You can't just go spend a whack load of money and expect it to deliver a whole bunch of business. It doesn't work that way. And too many people out there, and you guys know, there's got to be some of you on this line with us right now that are probably spending a lot of money on lead gen. There's probably some of you on this line right now that have spent a lot of money on lead gen and haven't got the returns you were looking for. And what I'm going to tell you is when it comes to random lead gen from random strangers, who are all these random people coming to these random realtors look for a random house? Come on, it doesn't work like that. Those of you in the business long enough, you know that. Those of you fresh in the business, I'm telling you that. We've been doing this 12 years on our end as KiTS, and I will tell you for the thousands of conversations I've had with you guys, it does not work that way. 95% of your business, and I'll give you this like a lighter hearted stat, but like 70 to 90% of your business comes from the people you know, not from the people you don't know. So mental note on that, remember, okay? Generating new leads. And we're going to talk about this. I got a bunch of stuff I want to share with you today, and there's probably a whole lot more I can share with you, but I'm going to try to be respectful of your time. Generating leads literally is all about talking to strangers. Think about that. When you're generating new leads, you're always going to talk to strangers. Even if you're getting it from a referral source, like your best friend or somebody you play hockey with or whatever is going to give you a referral, chances are it's not to somebody you know. So what happens when we meet somebody new? We've got to build a know you, like you, trust you factor. We got to get these people into a database. We got to start marketing to these people on a regular basis. Why? Because they're probably not going to put a sign on the lawn just like that. You got to work for it a little bit. They got to know that you're the person. Even if they got a great referral, most times people still kind of want to vet that for themselves. So remember, generating new leads is literally coming from strangers. It's all about talking to strangers. If you don't like talking to people, there's a first problem. However, remember this too. Mom always told us never to speak to strangers. So it's one of these things, again, where we got to remember, we got to build this know you, like you, trust you factor with people. And you've only really got two audiences of people out there. You got the people you know, and you got the people you don't know. That's it, guys. That's all you got. This is where your contact list is integral to your success. Now, there's only 7 ways to communicate with people, okay? 7. And I want you to mark this down, like literally. Take a marker, take a pen, take whatever you got in front of you. Seriously, take a piece of paper, though. I'm being genuine about this. Write this stuff down and get a sense of what I'm saying here, okay? There's only 7 ways to communicate with people. And here's how this works. First of all, in person. That's number 1. In person. When you're talking about the 2 groups, the people you know and the people you don't know, and again, you're going to mark this down on your paper, right? 7 ways to communicate. The first one is in person. So we've got the know you. So the people that you know, take them for lunch. Take them for coffee, right? Deliver their life event cards. What's a life event card? A birthday card, a home anniversary card. Like how many of you are actually delivering home anniversary gifts? Like 365 days after somebody moves in. And then again, the year after that, and the year after that. How many of you go with a little gift or a little card to say, hey, congrats, it's been a year, or happy birthday to your house. It's been 2 years. It's been 3 years. Like I always talk about building this mind share, and mind share is that top of mind, intuitive, instinctive reaction to a product or service. Well, the more mind share you can build with people, the better chance you're going to get that market share, right? So the mind share gets built by you, not only connecting with the person, but also connecting with their physical house. When you connect with their house, you're now creating that sort of recollection inside their head that every time they think of their house, they're thinking of you for some reason. They don't even know why in some cases, but they know they think of you. And the more they think of you, the more they refer you. So remember that. When you're delivering a life event card for a home anniversary, what you're doing here is A, you're connecting with the house. B, you're saying to these people, I'm your guy or your gal. Okay. And C, you're having the opportunity to also provide value to them of what their house is worth today. Because yesterday it might have been worth, or last year it might have been worth, 750,000. Today it might be worth $1 million. Next year it might be worth more. But also they see a growth from $250,000 over the course of 365 days. They might call you and say, hey, can we talk a little bit? You don't know. But when we talk about dealing with people you know versus people you don't know, it is so much easier to deal with people you know. And again, we're generating that lead. They might already be in the database. They might not have been thinking of anything. All of a sudden, you're planting that seed. Next thing you know, something's coming out of somewhere. And remembering this too, and I've said this many times, I'm going to repeat myself on this one. You need to shoot if you want to score. Being the hockey player I am, coach always said to us, okay, if you're not going to take shots on net, how do you expect to score? So therefore, take shots on net. Well, if you're going to get a scoring percentage of, say, 20%, you're going to take 10 shots, you're only getting 2 goals. Well, if I got a scoring percentage of 20%, and I take 100 shots, I'm getting 20 goals. Not rocket science, it's easy math, but think about that. It's the same thing. So how many of these people are you talking to regularly? How many people in your database are you talking to regularly? I'm going to keep harping on that today. Even recreational stuff, when you're going and playing hockey I play hockey, whatever it is you do on your personal time, are you connecting with these people on a personal level to the point where they're going to think about you in the capacity of a realtor? It's not about harping business down their throat. It's about them just being cognizant of who you are, liking you, knowing you, and then somehow in the back end, you're telling them about business. So again, for the people you know, go and see them, take them for coffee, go do the lunch thing, go drop off the anniversary or the birthday card or whatever it is. It's an easy, easy touch point. For the people you don't know, think about this. Did anybody go to pick up, where's my coffee? Did anybody go to pick up coffee today? Did you get to Starbucks or Tim's or whatever? If you did you have your head down on your phone the whole time and thinking, okay, I'm just answering emails. Yes, I'll have a, one black coffee, large, whatever. Okay, it's $3. Okay, here you go. Here's my money. See you later. Or did you converse with that person in front of you? Did you make conversation with the person behind you? Think about it. Like, if you don't like to talk to people, real estate's a weird game, but go to the grocery store, go to the coffee shop, talk to people. Make sure you're communicating with people. And when you do, take their information. Maybe even the first thing you do, okay, is you connect with them on social media. Literally, just become a friend on Facebook. It's so, hey, you on Facebook? Yeah. What's your name? Oh, wicked. Yeah, we're going to connect. We're going to be friends. Let's do a selfie at the grocery store. It might sound funny, guys, but this is where you're making a connection with a human being. And the next thing you're going to do is take those people, move on to your database. I'm going to talk about that in a couple seconds here. So again, for the people you don't know, the coffee shop, the grocery store, hell, if you're door knocking, are you coming to my house just literally to get a listing, or are you trying to build a relationship? Because if you're trying to build a relationship, put me in your database, right? Okay. The second way to talk to people is calling people. I'm going to lump the second and the third way together. Call people, text people, right? What are we doing when we call or text people? We're having a personal conversation. Don't talk business to me. I mean, every once in a blue moon, you might want to talk business, but if you're just calling to do the hi, how are you? Talk about the spring. What are you doing? Are you going away on vacation? Hey, I'm going here. Did you know? Have you been there? Make conversation about anything. The Leafs are about to be in the playoffs. Talk about hockey. And if anybody's a Habs fan, still talk about the Leafs. It's so much better these days. But it's that conversation you're having with people, right? So again, when you're talking to people you know, do the hello call. Hey, how you doing? Do the calendar call. If they're in your calendar, schedule ahead so you know when you're going to be talking to them. Use the daily call tracker, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. Okay, this is the way to make sure that you're on the ball. Even our day starter emails. Anybody seen those day starters? Some of you might get annoyed that they come every single morning, but that's a good thing. That's like us from afar kicking you in the butt and saying, hey, make these calls. Here's the things you have to do. How many times I have a conversation? I know there's some of you on this phone, on this line right now. How many times I have a conversation with you guys where you say it's not enough happening? The market is slow. Nothing's really going on. And I say, well, you're making phone calls to people. Well, yeah, I'm trying to, but I'm not really getting around to it. Well, why? Well, I'm really busy. Yeah, busy is an excuse, okay? You have so much you need to do in a day. You need to structure it. Use your calendar. Know who to call, know when to call them. Our day starter emails, our day starter emails are a great way to stay on the ball for who you have to call and when. And if you need to remember, we've got our PDF library down at the bottom right corner of your member homepage. Just trying to find here if I can find the day starter little screen grab. It's not there. That's okay. I'll show that to you in a moment when I get into the site. Okay. But the day starter email, again, a great way to stay in touch. Calling, texting people you don't know. You could do cold calling. You could do the Mojo thing, the auto dialer thing. But like, do you like to be cold called at home? I don't like to be cold called at home. I mean, if you guys call me, I'm going to have fun with you on the phone. If you ever called me, you'll know that. I'm going to have a lot of fun with you on the phone. But again, that cold calling thing is few and far between. But if you're going to do it, are you adding the people to your database for ongoing marketing? Think about that mental note. So now, number 4, and I'm lumping number 4 and 5 together for today's call, send direct mail and send email. Both to the people you know and the people you don't know, right? Direct mail is really going to be to people you know because you've got a name, you got a mailing address. These are the people in your KiTS system. But your direct mail and your email are going to deliver that business content. That stuff you're not doing when you're on the phone with somebody, that stuff you're not doing when you're in person with people, delivering it by paper, by email, when you're not present is the best way to let people know, hey, I'm in business, I'm in real estate, I am serious, I am making money, I am selling houses. You want to work with me or you want me to work for you, whatever the message is. You get what I'm trying to say? So again, for the people you know, send them the newsletters, okay? Send them cards, birthday cards, anniversary cards, thank you cards. Send them all, and we've got the cards in the system for you. Send them things for their house. Like I just said, again, make that relationship with the house, whether it's grass seed, whether it's a list of the best landscapers for the spring. Little things like that. Do something to connect with their house. For the people you don't know, send them flyers. And I'm going to tell you more about those flyers in just a second. Send them email. We've got an awesome email marketing suite within KiTS. Within Loop, you've got the email newsletter you can send, which is manual. You've got the automated email newsletter you can send, which is automated. You've got the geo search email about a property that's kind of located around them that you can tell them that's, you know, sort of comparable to the house they live in, so they can start to see the values around, and it might just spark something and plant that seed in their head. You've got the bomb, right? You could go ahead and send out video email through the system. We've got all sorts of wicked email, and I know that there's some of you still waiting on our geo marketing email, whatever you want to call it, but where those listings drip on people every once in a while. That's going to be ready in like literally the next few days. I've been told by our tech team, we're almost ready to launch that for you guys. So that's exciting as well. But there's a lot of ways to go and send email to people, and email costs you zero, especially in our system. Nothing. Literally, it's included in your subscription. So whether you're one of our people paying $75 a month, or you're one of our people paying, you know, $7,500 a month, whatever it is, email's included for you guys. So take it, use it, abuse it, okay? And always make sure something. Whenever you're meeting these strangers, whenever you're talking to strangers, add them to the database, okay? The 6th way to communicate with people is social media. Okay, now social. How often I get calls from people like, hey, Dave, can you help me with social media? Yeah, and I'm going to tell you guys all a secret right now. You ready? Write this one down. Here's the best way to take advantage of social. Get involved. You hear me? Just get involved. Literally. Do you have Facebook? I mean, if you don't, why? But if you have Facebook, literally go into Facebook and make sure you're commenting, you're liking 5 to 10 different posts a day. Why, Dave? Why would I do that? I don't really like to get involved in this. Why? Because the more you like my stuff or somebody else's stuff, the more that the algorithms for Facebook start to lift up your profile, and the more people see you. The more people seeing you, well, now you're taking advantage of Facebook and you're not spending any money on it. So again, social media can get very expensive when you start to spend money, but a lot of that is advertising your business. In this case, all I'm sharing with you right now is, yes, take complete advantage of social media. But when you're doing the social media thing, go in there and actually have a goal to go and like people's posts, comment on people's posts. The more you do that, the more you're seen, the more you're taking advantage and reaping the rewards of social media. So get involved, like and comment 5 to 10 posts a day, write that down, make it happen, and then go and friend some people as well. That's where your list is going to grow. Add people to your database. This is a big one. When people say to me, Dave, I don't have enough, my list is not big enough. I don't have enough people on my database. I'm always going, well, you know, what do you do? Do you go to the grocery store and talk to people? Do you go to the coffee shop and talk to people? You should be. Add them to your list. If you're door knocking, add them to your list. Yeah, but I don't know if they're going to do business with me. It's not about that. Let's go back to my theory about shooting and scoring. The more we shoot, the better chance we score. So what we want to do is go into that Facebook list or that Instagram or whatever it is, grab contact profiles and put them into your database. Now, not only are people seeing you on a social level through Facebook, but they're also seeing you on a business level in their email, on a business level through their direct mail. Once in a while, you're going to pick up the phone and call them. And now what are we doing? We're really, truly building a relationship. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, but man, this is like a lot of work. I don't know if these people are going to work with me. And like I said to you, shoot to score. Right? At the same time, too, and I know, oh, I got so many other things to do out there in a day. Yeah, but this is what you do. Like what we do on a regular basis, we connect with people. Well, I want to generate new leads. I'm telling you how to generate new leads. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars to do it, and it is so much easier. The know you, like you, trust you factor. This is a big deal, guys. Connecting your social profile. Okay, I'm going to show you this in a moment, but I don't know if you guys are aware. You can actually connect your Facebook, your Twitter, your Insta, your LinkedIn, whatever you got, right into KiTS, so that when you send out emails, those little social media icons appear at the bottom of your email. Okay, so they literally appear right at the bottom of your email. People could click on them, go straight to your social media. What are you doing? You're connecting different channels together. So you're using email to send out a message, a business message. People are going to then see on there your social media links. They might go, oh, let me check him or her out on Facebook. Click on Facebook, go to your Facebook, like what you got going on over there, and they click like. Well, now you got them on social, you got them on email, right? It might start from social, then you transfer them to email, you transfer them to direct mail. We see over 5,000 messages a day. All of us. I believe it's probably more these days. Okay. I know when I open up Facebook, I feel like I see 5,000 messages. My email's another 10,000 messages. Like, it's crazy. We can't even think straight sometimes. But if you really think about the fact that we're seeing so many different messages, then just to say something across one channel, it's not enough. We need to support one channel with another. And this is why I'm telling you about these 7 ways to communicate. So the 7th way is online. Okay. You've all got a website. You've all got that, and I know that there's companies out there that are going to give you guys offerings out there that you can spend, $300, $400 a month, $1,200 a month, $2,500 a month on generating online web leads. But back to what I said a few moments ago, who are all these random people going to your random website so you, some random realtor, can show them some random property? It doesn't work like that. We go to your website for 2 reasons. 2. Ready? We go there because you have a listing. So I'm already looking through realtor.ca and I see this listing and I think I want to connect with you. Actually, pardon me, let me rephrase that. It's not about you that I want to connect with. I want to know more about that property. I really don't care who you are at this moment. I'm not looking to hire you. I just want information. So I'm going to your site to maybe get your information so I can call you, because I probably started somewhere on realtor.ca. The second reason I'm going to your site is because you're marketing to me. You're actually sending me marketing material that's going to drive me there. Okay, you could say, but search engine optimization and all this online advertising and everything else. I say, okay, cool. Yes, you can do it, but it is freaking expensive. And how much money do you truly have? Like, if anybody here is filthy rich, I mean, hey, cool, all the best to you. Spend all your money, do whatever you want. But reality being, and I know reality for most of us is all the same, we need to work on a budget. We need to have a plan for what we do every single day. So just to start generating leads online for from a random web lead system or whatever it be, who are these people? And for most of you that I talk to on a regular basis, and I know some of you, like a tiny little bit, are killing it with these online web leads. But that, and you can attest to this because you've got a system behind that that's going to help bring that lead to life. Not just automation, but the action plan. Who are you calling? How often you call it? What emails are you sending? When are you going to get together? How long is it taking you to call them back? There's a system in place. For the rest of you, I know there's a hell of a lot more of you that have spent a whack load of money on this stuff and have not seen jack anything, right? We've talked about this stuff together. They're not qualified. They're not even living in this country. God knows, I don't know where they came from. They can't afford it. Whatever it be, it's some random rental in Timbuktu. Like, who knows, right? It could be a pain in the ass. And if you're sitting there nodding your head, you know what I'm talking about. I need you to know you're not alone on this stuff. This happens to so many people so often. Okay. So keep that in mind, is that the online web lead thing, it is very expensive. It has come from random people. And in order to make it come to life, you need to support it with ongoing marketing. I'm going to show you the websites we've got to help you with lead capture and how those funnel into the KiTS system, so that once they're in loop, you, as a quick contact, and I'm going to go through this with you in a second, but once they're in loop, you've actually got this person in there as a lead. Now it's time to start picking up the phone, writing the letters, doing the things you're supposed to do to make that thing come to life, right? So I'm going to show you our KiTS websites. They're very, very cool. They're totally tied into Loop CRM. Now, where am I going here? Okay, cool. So next thing, let's light this thing up and show you some stuff inside the system here. Because again, this all comes back to lead gen. How are we generating more leads? The reality is everybody talks about online web lead generation, but I just told you how expensive that can be. And if you've tried it, you know what I'm talking about. So how else can we generate more leads? Because every time I come back to the fact that most of your business comes from people you know, and people say, yeah, but I need more people. Well, what are we doing? How are we getting those more people? And when you look at the 7 different ways to communicate with people and you think in person, by phone, text message, nobody can do that stuff for you. So use that, do it. You have to do it. That's connecting with people. Hence why I even like to jump on the camera right now so you can see I'm real. And if you need to talk to me or ask me a question, and we already got lots of questions, which is awesome. Thank you. We are here for you. But much the same, you got to make people realize you're there for them. The other 4 ways are direct mail, email. Those 2 can deliver your business message. Then we come back to social media, which is really a personal thing. It's not about business. So you got to remember that. And the last one, the 7th way, is online. And I just mentioned to you, it's ridiculously expensive. So let me show you the tools you already have right now and show you how simple it is to actually use Loop to generate more leads on a regular basis. Okay, watch this one. And you got to know this came from a lot of conversations with a lot of you guys kind of going, oh, I need to do more, the market's slow or whatever it is. If you think the market is slow right now, look outside that window, recognize that spring is in the air and this market should be hopping for you already. And if it's not, how many of these are you doing a day? How many? Are you making calls a day to people you know? If you're not, you need to start. So let's get in the system. Let's turn on my screen for you. Okay, you guys should now all see my screen. This is good, wonderful. All right, good. So now, as we move through the screen sets here, I am going to be slowing myself down just a little bit in order to ensure that you can see what I'm seeing. Do you want to just tap that, see if we can see that, make sure that we can see the screen with everybody. But I will watch my screen. Sometimes mine moves a little bit quicker than yours, and I just want to make sure. So we're good. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. So first thing I want to go over, the calendar. Are you guys aware that this, actually, no, let me backtrack one second, because I said to you a moment ago, I'm going to help you with this. Profile. When you go into your member homepage or your into Loop, into your profile, click on profile, go to preferences. There's a couple things here I want to show you in this profile tab. First of all, receives day starter email. Make sure that box is checked and hit save. Okay. So again, receives day starter email. Make sure the box is checked and hit save. The next thing I want you to do is backtrack 1 tab and go to business. On the business tab, I want you to refresh that screen if you can. Is anybody having issues with frozen screens? We see okay, everybody's good. Okay, I'm going to keep rolling there. So again, the next thing I want you to do is go into the business tab, and I want you in there. Let me see something. Show screen, pause screen. Yeah, should be okay, right? Perfect. Go into the business tab, sorry guys, and see the publishable social media. So what you can do is click the drop down, click on, let's say, Facebook. Take your Facebook link and just stick it in that field. Do the same thing for Twitter. Over here, you can see, actually, I haven't even got my Instagram, so I could put in my Instagram right now. I got to put in the David Greenspan 101 because somebody took my Mindshare 101. Still trying to figure that one out. David Greenspan 101, I'm just going to go ahead and hit save. And now on all of my marketing, my digital marketing material that KiTS puts out for me, I'm going to see my links there. Now, also, if I go back to my homepage, watch this. I've just created an easy hub for myself to be able to log into my social media. So if I scroll down to the bottom of this page, you'll notice right here, you see these social media icons down here at the bottom. Those are my social media links. So what's happening here is my links are there. I can click on those, get to my social media. At the same time, when I send out email, people are going to see that I'm on social media. They're going to be able to connect me on social media. And now we're going to be able to generate more leads with people. Okay. So again, profile, business section, go ahead and add in your social media links, hit save, go to the preferences tab, click on receives day starter email, hit save. Okay. Now going over to the calendar, which I was just about to do a second ago. Let's move on to that. Getting to the calendar. When you look at the calendar, predictable days with income producing activities. This is something I talk about a lot. How many of you have this calendar filled out? And don't tell me that this is your calendar, because that's not enough. That is just not enough. It does not connect to your contact list properly. It does not connect to your marketing properly. Everything you've got in this can also be synced right in there. So again, real simple. You can see the Google synchronization right down here. Use it, abuse it, like I'll tell you a few times today. That being said, You want to be organized, pardon me, you want to make money, you need to be organized. You cannot be chaotic. You cannot be running all over the place all the time. That's one way to do biz, but it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of running and gunning. Instead, use a calendar. Make sure, and I'm going to backtrack a few months, this is my demo calendar here, but make sure you got this calendar filled out with different things to do. So when you get to that day, and I'm just going to fast forward again 1 second here. When you get to that day and you look and say, okay, I've got a webinar, or pardon me, I got to call so-and-so. Well, the minute you call so-and-so, go in and write that note and schedule them ahead in your calendar. In 3 months from now, you pop up and all of a sudden it's what? July, and you look at your calendar and you're looking going, oh, I got to call so-and-so. Why? Click on their profile, read the notes, pick up the phone and call. If you're doing this on a regular basis, what are you doing now? You're talking to people you know. They're easier conversations. They're going to start talking to people they know about you because they love you. It's just going to be a natural conversation because that's how the human mind works. And now you're going to be generating more leads easier. It's not going to cost you a lot of money at all. In fact, it's not going to cost you anything at all. It's going to cost you a little bit of time, but it's good time spent because it's easy conversation. Makes sense? So again, use that calendar. Use the task list. I can't tell you, and I've told you guys so many times before, but I walk around with my black book. Even though I use my calendar, if you start to look at my book and see all the stuff that I got written down every single morning. Why? Because it's like a challenge for myself. I get to plan the night before what has to happen today. The minute I open my eyes, things are happening, from my social media to my phone calls to my emails to all the other to-dos I have in this world of mine over here, plus all the different messages I got. And for those of you that let me messages, I will be getting back to you, I promise. But I got lots to do. So the only way to stay on top of it is use a task list. Okay, so again, take advantage of that task list. Schedule yourself appropriately. Use your realistic time. What's real for you? Thursday nights I play hockey. It's not real that I'm going to be hustling. But when is it real that I'm going to be hustling? When is that time going to happen? I schedule it in my calendar. I get my stuff done. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys is plan and schedule ahead. You will get more done in a day. And again, you'll be able to generate more leads. Why? Because you'll be able to schedule the time when you're going to call people. Spoke to a client of mine the other day, and I'm not even sure if you're on a line with us today. But anyways, I spoke to this guy the other day, and he says, Dave, I've been listening to you. I've been listening to you, and I've scheduled my realistic time. I actually scheduled to call people 3 days a week from 7 to 9 p.m. Now, this guy a few minutes before that said to me, it's been a slow market. I said, well, if you're scheduling to call people 3 times a week, why is it a slow market? He says, well, I'm not getting through my calls. I said, why? He says, I get busy. I got too much to do. I can appreciate that, guys. I really can. However, that means that 7 to 9 p.m. is not realistic for you to be making those phone calls. So again, pick a time in the day. For me, I get an hour in the morning and I get an hour in the afternoon that I try to get those calls done. Try. But as long as I'm scheduling both of them, you know that there's going to be a chunk of calls that get done in a day. The more calls I get to, the more people I speak to, the more leads I am generating. And I can attest to the fact that I know your business comes from people you know, and I know my business comes from you guys because you tell other people. And again, I thank you for it sincerely. Next thing, day starter emails. You guys have been seeing these day starter emails we send you. I mentioned this a few moments ago. I want to show you how to take advantage of these because a lot of you are probably still getting zeros in those little circles that you see. Why? Well, there's 3 things you need to be doing. Number 1, adding to your daily call list. So let me go into a contact here. I go into a contact, open up some random contact, Carmela. I go to the relationship keys, okay? And this is now where I'm going to set her up on a regular call schedule. So what I do is I go to my call list little section right here, okay? I check the box and I say, yeah, put her on my call list. And I say, you know what? Set her up to be on my list for every 3 months. And I hit save. I can also say, start her on that call list on today's date. Maybe you're going to start her tomorrow, okay? But when I start her on my call list for today's date, she's now going to pop up every 3 months automatically on my call list. Dave, where do we find this call list? Well, let me show you. See the tools bar, the tools button right here at the top nav? I'm going to click on that. Get to tools. See this first button, daily call list. Click on that. Okay, it's going to load up my call list. And again, I've got calls, and this is a demo account that I haven't made since, well, since last year. Not very good, Dave, but again, demo list. So I can go through here and I can actually take some of that stuff and just delete it or dismiss it. I can snooze it and say, you know what, I'm not going to call this guy now. I'm going to snooze it for 7 days. I could go in there and edit the contact and actually start writing notes about it. Let me backtrack. Let's find Carmela here and see if we've got her. You know what? I've got so many things in here. It might be a little bit deep to find her because I'm like months behind my call list. But you can see what's happening here is I got all these people that I'm supposed to be calling on a regular basis. And the system is automatically prompting me to do that. In fact, 326. There she is. So you see the one I've got highlighted here, Carmela? That's the one we just put in together. She's on my list for every 3 months. She's scheduled to start on March 26th. So for everything above her from like yesterday and before that, I should have been on top of that stuff. And as I do that and I update it, it moves ahead 3 months again because I've done my note, I've hit save, they're gone, I move on. So if your daily call list is completely up to date, when you click on tools and you click on daily call list, you can literally look at this list right here and know exactly who you got to call today. And I'm going to suggest to you, you're calling between 5 and 25 people in a day. The more you do that, you will see, mark my words on this, you will start to generate more leads. It will happen for you. You've already got this gold mine here. Just go in and start mining that shit. You know what I mean? Now, next thing, that's how you add people to it. Always putting notes on file for people. So if I got to call this Frank person, I'm going to go to the activities tab. I'm going to click on activities. I'm going to click on the little notepad there. I'm going to write my note and say, this is a demo note while on the webinar. And he said to call him back Wednesday. Okay. So why'd I say that? Well, there's a few things that have happened here. One, I've got this guy on my call list for, let's just for example say, well, here, let's check it. Bi-weekly, okay? Now, that might be a little bit too much. Maybe it's good because in this moment, this is a good time to call this guy. But the next thing to that is maybe he says call back Wednesday. I've noted it. I've also gone in and I've put him in my calendar and gone, you know what? I'm going to schedule this guy for Wednesday. So let's put him in for Wednesday. Maybe I'm going to make him yellow because that's what, maybe the color I do my calls. And I'm just going to say all day because there wasn't really a specific time of the day. Hit save. I've now just added this guy to my calendar. He's also on my call list. You think I'm going to forget to call this guy? No way. That's how you use your calendar. That's how you use the daily call list. So again, back to the day starter emails. When you see those little circles and it says daily call list in touch dates, that's exactly where it is. Tools, daily call list. There's the people you got to call every single day. This is too freaking easy not to use it. Next thing. Life events, that's also going to give you always what to do, right? So you're never going to be slow. And when you sit back and you say, well, it's kind of slow, there's not really much going on, bang, pick this up. Even if you get 10 minutes to jam out calls, get in there and make it happen. You're getting in the car, you're going to go for a drive to go see a listing presentation, whatever it is, pick up the phone and call somebody, one person, two people. It's so easy. The more people you talk to, the more people they're going to tell about you, the more people they're going to tell that they love you. Life events, here's another one. Going back to my contact list. This is one of those other circles you see in your day starter email. Go back to my contact list, go to life events, and I go ahead and I add a new event. So let's just say I'm going to add in an event for Alicia. Who's Alicia? Well, I'm going to go to the relationship to contact. I'm going to say that's her sister. And I say event. And it might say it's, who knows, keep it simple. Birthday. What's the date? And we'll just say it's, I don't know, whatever, April 10th. Okay, and of course, it's a birthday. We're going to say repeat every year, and I hit save. Well, there it is. Now what you're going to get in your day starter email is whose birthdays come up. So not only is Facebook going to notify you of it, KiTS is going to notify you of it. Now you can take action. And instead of just posting like a random happy birthday on Facebook, which is good, and I suggest you do it, but there's going to be those people that it is so worth taking this stuff and putting it on this stuff and writing a card to people. Think about the impact that ink on paper has when you receive it. You keep it up for 7 days. That person just touched you in a different way than most people do, right? So again, it's important. Take the life events, use them. Put the people's information in there. It could be the home anniversary, the birthday, could be anything that's in there, and just make sure that you're getting in touch with these people on these personal levels. Don't involve any business in this stuff. This is totally a personal call, a birthday card, a drop-in, whatever. But again, those day starter emails now, there's the second circle you're going to see is the life events. The third thing here is, pardon me, I lost my notes. The third thing is the quick contacts. So if you go to your contact list, and you go into quick contacts here. When you click on quick contacts, just so you know, where does all this come from, Dave? Well, If you've got a website with KiTS, which I'll show you in a moment, you've got a, lack of better terms, a widget on there that does lead capture. Okay, so I go to your website. Why am I entering my information? Maybe I want something from you. But if I go there, better off that you give me that opportunity to actually enter my info than not. At least you know I was there. So again, I go to your website, I put in my first name, I put in my last name, I put in my email, or maybe a phone number, whatever it be. When that person does that from a KiTS site, they're going to go into your quick contacts. You're going to get an email notifying you that this person did that. You're going to be able to take action really, really quickly. So act on it immediately. This is a random lead, a total stranger. They want you in touch. Get in touch fast. But now that you got the person in your database, what you're going to do is you're going to click on that person. There's already been a profile somewhat created in there, but we know that there's a lot of missing information. So maybe I want to go in there and I want to add in the person's salutation. And maybe when I speak to the person, you know, I'm going to get a phone number from them if they didn't give it to me, a mailing address. I'm going to put them on some of my marketing. You got to put them on your marketing for sure, because these people are just shopping right now. We want them to know that we're real. Even connect with them on social media. Update the relationship keys, put in their email address, do all those things, even put in the notes. This person came in from my website. This was a random lead. They were looking at property such and such and whatever. Schedule them ahead in the calendar like I just showed you. So again, that third bubble that you're seeing on those day starter emails is what we call the quick contacts, and they're coming in from the KiTS website. Now, a lot of what I'm talking to you guys about here when we talk about lead gen, if you think about lead gen in the sense of the word for the past kind of like 18 months, it's all been about online lead generation. People going to a website, clicking on you, and giving you their information so you can get in touch with them. This is why online lead gen is kind of smoke and mirrors, right? Because how many of you go onto a random website and just give your information out just like that for no reason? If you're shaking your head, go, yeah, I don't do that. Well, then who do you think's doing it for you, right? Think about that. You've got to either give them some value, they got to know who you are, or maybe you got to just have horseshoes up here, you know what, so that they go and actually give you that information. Well, if they do that, they go into the system. Now it's on you to market to them. And like I said about websites, why are they going? Either you got a listing or you're marketing to them. You want to make it come to life? Support what you're doing. They come to the website, they go in the database, you start to send them different marketing. The phone call, the 7 ways that we talked about it. And I know you all wrote that down. So use the 7 different ways to communicate with people. They started on number 7 online. Cool. Use the other 6 ways to keep attacking. You understand what I'm saying? Your list will grow. I challenge you. I bet you to try this. 30, 60, 90, 120 days. You do this, come back to me in 30, 60, 90, 120 days. I guarantee that your list is growing. Guarantee. Yeah, I guarantee it. Put the little stamp of DG approval on that one. Okay, now, how do we generate more leads? What else can we do outside of just calling and connecting with people on our database? We talk about going and finding total strangers. And I told you how to do it at the coffee shop, at the grocery store, on social media, right? Take those people from social. Go through your Facebook list and start adding people into your database. Maybe you just put them on email. Maybe they're not worthy of you spending money on them. But we've also got some other tools here for you to take advantage of. It's the spring. The weather is nice again. It's time to get back out there and start knocking doors. And I know most of you don't like to knock doors. And one thing I have found as I've polled thousands upon thousands of you over my many, many years of one-to-one conversations, group meetings, stage presentation, everything, 7.5% of you guys don't like to door knock. Got it. I need you to know something. If you're one of those 97.5% of people, 99% of the people that door knock see business from it. Did you know that? And even if you hate being door knocked, and even if you hate door knocking, you just need to come to the fact that this is real. It is a fact. 99.9% of people do see business from it. Go ask people that door knock, they will tell you the exact same thing. And for those of you on this call that do door knock, you're probably going, yeah, it's true. I do see business from it. But what do we do when we door knock? What kind of tools do we have in place? Well, here's the first thing. I don't know if you guys are aware, but KiTS has a really wicked geofarm flyer system. We've got a 9x12 flyer, okay, nice and glossy. I probably should have had a sample flyer on me for this one. But anyways, we've got a 9x12 flyer. Double-sided, full color, nice stock of paper, completely branded to you, okay? You've got the ability to have this sent out in one of 2 ways. So you come to marketing, You click on GeoFarm Flyer, you click on pricing and ordering. You can do a single issue. So when you're door knocking, or maybe you got the dry cleaner and you want to leave some stuff behind, or you got the hairdresser, whatever, and you got to start thinking about all these people. Maybe somebody with a small little restaurant. Have your stuff sitting there. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? These people live in the community where you're working. Let people who are seeing it, not even knowing you, see your stuff. Plus the people that are in the community that have the restaurant or the hairdresser or whatever, they'll be okay with it. They love you. You spend money with them, right? So the single issue, you can go in and literally go, you know what? I want to order 100 pieces. So you literally click it. Tell us if you want to pick it up at KiTS or you want us to ship it to you, and hit calculate. It'll give you a price. Maybe you want to order 775 pieces. Hit calculate. It'll give you a price. Once you're happy with the order you got, click order now. Now, for everybody here that is used to our data pool times and sort of the first Thursday of the month, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we literally start running our flyers, this type of stuff, within about 2 days of when we get those orders from data pool. Okay, so if you place that order today, you're still going to wait till that first week of April for us to start ripping through this stuff. However, again, you want to have some stuff on hand, place your order, go in there, click on it. Again, for you door knocking, you want to leave behind at restaurants and hairdressers or whoever you can, have some on hand so when you meet people, just hand it out to them. This is an easy way to do that. The second way to do it is to do your actual annual 12-time subscription. So you can set it up where you don't have to think about it. You don't have to have it shipped to you. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to do anything. We do it all for you. We write it, we design it, we print it, we fold it, we cut it, we send it off to Canada Post. We do everything. And then it's up to you to make that phone call, go see people, right? So again, you can set it up where you give us the first 3 digits of your postal code. So for example, here at the office, we're L4B1E4. If you wanted to geofarm this neighborhood, I just need to know the L4B from you. If you know the postal walks, share that with us. If you don't, we will get you a map of L4B, send it to you. You can circle the areas you want. We'll figure out the postal walks. We'll let you know how many houses are there. We'll quote you on it. And if you want to go forward on it, we can make that happen. And you get 4 really cool features. Number 1, you can name the masthead. So it's currently called Home Insights. You can name it David's Home Insights or the such and such neighborhood Home Insights. You could put in statistics in there if you want to that are even more relevant than some of the stuff we're putting in possibly. Not more relevant, but more hyper local than the stuff we're doing. You get 3 properties on the back. So you know your market picks you do for your direct mail and your email? You could do 3 properties that are actually specific to that neighborhood. And the 4th feature is you get exclusivity. So again, as long as nobody else is farming that neighborhood, we will sign it off to you and nobody else can actually take that neighborhood and use that same product to farm out to those people. So what I'm just sharing with you is we offer a really wicked GeoFarm flyer, which I want you guys to get in and take advantage of. We are sending out hundreds of thousands of these every single month. People are seeing business from it, but it's not just because they're sending a piece of paper to somebody's mailbox. Because what do people do when they send a piece of, when you get a piece of paper at your mailbox? What do? You take it, you stick it in the blue bin, and it's gone, right? So how do you make that come to life? Well, this is what I talk about support, okay? I talked to you about the online system, online lead gen websites. We need to support it with the other 6 ways to communicate. Well, much the same. If you're going to send something to people, especially strangers, here's my suggestion for you. Send that flyer out, let's just say in the month of April at this point, okay? In the month of May, come to my house after you know a flyer was still going to go again. Come to my house, even with one in hand, and go, hi, knock, knock, knock. Hi, my name is Dave Greenspan. Just wondering if you've seen my flyer. And people look at you and go, no, I haven't seen it. And you go, I know. But I need you to know I've sent it to you twice now. And I know that it's just a piece of paper, so it's probably going in the garbage. And that's actually why I'm here, because I don't expect you to do anything with that. I mean, I hope that you read it. There's great information. But I'm actually coming by to introduce myself to you and let you know I'm a real human being. I work in the neighborhood. I'd love to just stay in touch with you. And, hey, if you need anything at all related to real estate or even around the community, just call me. I'm here. I'm just a resource for you. Sound good? Yeah, perfect. Now, while you're there, take their information down. So you're doing the door knock, right? The follow-up to your farming flyer that Canada Post delivered. Now you're door knocking. They're nice enough to talk to you. Take their information, stick them back into Loop into your database. Now what are we going to do? We're going to put them on the call list. We're going to send them direct mail. We're going to send them email. We're going to find them on social media. And now we're supporting the farming and the door knock with some of the other ways to communicate with people. And again, it's support. They're going to start to see you in more places. You're going to start to build that mind share with them. They're going to start to look at you as the path of least resistance. You see, because there's a lot of people that farm our neighborhoods that never come to the door. They never introduce themselves. And you go, well, I don't know who the hell you are. So what do you think? Your piece of paper, your postcard is going to do it for me? Then you got other people who come to your door, but they've never sent you anything. And they just expect because they came to your door, you might give them a listing or referral. Like, really? It doesn't work like that. Then there's the third way. You want to generate leads? For real? You want to generate leads? Get out there. Go and talk to people. Go and meet with people that live and work in the community. Get them to know who you are. Do not be transactional. Be genuine about the fact that you're trying to build a relationship with them. Okay? So again, the KiTS flyers, they're there for you. We can help you execute on them. We make it easy. They're wicked, wicked, wicked stuff. But again, it's all about really getting engaged with people and supporting your marketing efforts. Does that make sense? You meet somebody at the door knock, stick them in your database. You meet somebody at the coffee shop, stick them in your database. You got people on social media. Why are they not in your database? Oh, did I mention? I know I have. But you got this entire list of people in your database already. How often are you calling them? How many times are you shooting on net? Think about that. Okay. So again, for flyers, guys, if anybody's got questions about it, you want to get into this 12-time-a-year subscription, let us know. We can help you take over a neighborhood. We can help you strategize. And as we talk about budget, we'll figure out what else we can do on a social media and even an online level to, again, support your efforts. Bus benches, sandwich boards, flyers, online, social media, door knock. There's ways to make these things come to life, but it's all got to work in conjunction with one another, and we've got a budget for it. So again, we're here to help you with that in the simplicity of it. If you know what you're doing with farming, you want to get some farming stuff offhand, you want some flyers, they're right there for you. Literally, go to marketing, click GeoFarm Flyer, pricing and ordering, go ahead and make your order, or give us a call. We'll help you with that stuff. Okay, moving on from the flyers, let's get into websites for just a moment here. I just want to show these to you. So again, your website is there. One thing that we've got, I'm going to open this up real quick. This is a sample KiTS website. Okay, so this is a total sample. So the blue, all the blue that you see there is related back to KiTS. It's not obviously related to you. So whatever branding you've got with us, if you've gone custom branding, you're using different wacky colors, whatever it is, we can incorporate that for you. If you're very corporate with the brand that you work with, we'll incorporate that for you. But some quick heads up on what this stuff does. We've got your banner at the top. You can put in some awards. We've got the different links at the top here. This slide bar with the images that are changing, you got to know you can actually upload these photos really, really easily from the back end of Loop on your own. So if I go back to Loop for a second and I click on my dub, right here, I can actually start to load in different photos. So you just literally come to the little the dashboard here, and it'll help you figure out like your homepage slider. If I click add edit, you can see these photos. And if I should click visible right now and hit, well, actually you just hit that, come to the bottom, hit save. Okay. And I'll go back to the website, click refresh. And as we scroll through, maybe that's on a different site. Anyways, as we scroll through, it'll load up for you. You'll be able to see it. I don't want to waste your time as we wait for the bandwidth to catch up. But again, you can upload those sliders. So if you're doing a listing presentation with somebody, you can tell them you're going to showcase their home right here. Really simple stuff. It's cool. The next thing is the IDX. We have a live IDX feed. You've got your listings here from your office. So that's your top 4. Maybe you've got a virtual tour, your own videos you want to play. Hell, you could put up a Mindshare video if you really wanted to. I don't know. You could put that in. So again, you can load in your own videos. And again, that's all easily done from the back end of Loop here. Let me come back to this just to show you that. So again, you can load in video. You've got here the property search. People can search properties. You've got your actual IDX here that's as well, where you're picking 6 different areas or cities or postal codes that you can put in there. And again, you can really highlight specifics. Is it freehold? Is it condo? But again, all the leads are there. You've got your social media links, which I already told you about. Again, now we're connecting everything and supporting it because you went to the profile tab in Loop and you put in your social media stuff. And also, you've got your lead capture. So when somebody goes ahead and enters their information here, that lead is going to go right into Loop into your quick contacts. So again, your day starter email, you're going to see 1 quick contact or 5 or whatever. This is exactly where it's coming from. Pick up the phone, get in touch with these people, build that relationship. Check out davidgreenspan.net for more information on this thing. Browse through some of these different tabs. Let us know what questions you have. The real highlight there is the fact that, again, you want to talk lead gen. You want to talk about how to make this stuff happen, make it real seamless, get what you've already got in place with KiTS to help you. These websites are cheap. They're literally $18.95 a month. They cost bupkis, okay? Compared to a lot of the sites that are out there, this is inexpensive. It's connected to your CRM. It is easily updatable. Does that make sense? Updatable. You could go in and do all sorts of stuff. And if you need help transferring the domain you already have, we can help you with that. So if you've already got, for example, well, I've already got davidgreenspan.com and it's already hosted here and I've got it through GoDaddy, no problem. We'll help you transfer that over and we can turn this into that website for you. Does that make sense? So again, $18.95 a month. Click on marketing. You'll see a little button there that allows you to click on it. Just click, set it up. We're there for you. Call us with any questions you have. And again, go to your homepage library on the bottom right-hand corner of your Loop member homepage, and you'll have this little PDF printout you can have that'll show you about what to do with all that stuff. We're always here for you. We're always here to help support whatever else you need. So again, there's my 2 cents on the website. Make sure you go out and take advantage of that. Make sure you use it. If you're not going to use our sites, but you've already got a site, again, think about how those leads are coming in. Think about how you're supporting those leads and what kind of marketing are they on. Are you moving these people into your database or not? Cool. So that's a wrap on that. Now, I want to give you 3 easy takeaways real quick. Number 1, take people from social media and add them to your CRM. Make that note. Remember that. Number 2, in person, day to day. Do not be passive with people, no matter where you are. Even if you're only going to send them email, even if you're only going to connect on social media, I'll tell you, use all those channels, direct mail, email, social, everything. Do it all. Make sure you build the mind share, but don't be passive with the strangers you meet. That is the easiest, most inexpensive lead gen you can possibly do in a day. And the third thing is add new people from the flyers that you're sending out. Don't just door knock randomly. Don't just assume that people are going to call you. Build the relationship, support the flyer you're sending that we're going to help you send if you want, and make sure you're adding those people to the database so that when it is time to do something, or it is time to refer you, they are going to call you. Does that all make sense? So those are 3 takeaways. Again, take people from social, add them to your CRM, make sure you're not being passive with people you meet day to day, and add new people in from your flyers, from your door knock, from your calls. Make sure you're using that call list. Make sure you're using the daily call starter emails to help you stay organized and on top of everything you need to do. That being said, that wraps a lot of the stuff I wanted to go through. I know I just threw a world of stuff at you and did that in literally 60 minutes, which felt like 2 minutes to me. But I hope it all made sense. And I see that we've got a lot of questions here. So I want to jump into that live Q&A. For everybody that stuck around with us today, and we still got a lot of people on the line, thank you very much. I hope you've learned a whole bunch. And I hope you're going to tell a whole bunch of your friends how wicked this KiTS program is, because we're really here to help you make money. And when you break down your whole budget, you'll realize that this stuff that we're doing for you costs you about, I don't know, 5 to 10% of your marketing spend, most likely, because all that random stuff to strangers is very, very expensive and takes a lot of time. And yet this is the stuff that generates 70 to 90% of your business. So it's integral to have this stuff. If you know colleagues that don't yet, send them our way. We will certainly thank you for it. Without further ado, let me jump into our Q&A. And if anybody does have questions, please send them my way. I'm going to try to go through these in a pretty succinct way and just get this stuff answered for you. And I'm just going to try to filter through all the different people that were letting us know what times are best. I thank you guys very, very much for that. I'm just working through. Okay, so we got a question here. People want to know, do we also create newsletters for email and mail? Yes. Yes, 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 exactly what we do, in fact. So if you go to marketing, when you go into marketing, you know, you've got your direct mail. So here, let me go to contacts for a second. See these little chiclets, these colors here? If you click on a particular contact, you can literally click direct mail, you can click email, and I would do that for every single person you meet. Notice you will need a mailing address for direct mail, but go in there and click that stuff off, check it off, and make sure that people are on those lists for you. And now automatically they can receive direct mail. If you want them to receive email automatically, easy. Go to marketing, click e-news, click e-news auto setup, and just make sure you've clicked off enable e-news auto send. Once you've checked that off, hit save. And now people will be on your automated list for both email and direct mail. Again, you don't have to do anything. We are going to write it. We're going to design it. We're going to send it. Everything is taken care of for you. And now what's going to be happening is every almost 2-ish weeks, people are going to be seeing something from you. Something in their mailbox, something in their inbox. You're going to be doing the call every few months. Now you got that well-oiled machine, and you will generate more leads for a hell of a lot less money. All right, let me keep going here. Sorry, guys, I'm just filtering as I go through this, so I apologize. Is there a cost associated with the website banner design? Great question there. So again, that website banner design, so you guys know, if I go into my direct mail right now, and I go to my direct mail photo pics, there is the website. Now, again, me being me, I've got a lot of different templates with this stuff. But if you come over to the banner design I've got there, I can actually probably click on this, and there's that one, right? So there it is there. I've got my banner. So when we design a new banner for you, there's a slight cost involved because it's just time involved. The design team has to put it together. Once we do the design, first, okay, put it this way. You call in, you want a new design done, newsletter for email, for the website, for whatever it is. You call in, you want that done. We got to consult with you. We got to do the design. We got to send it to you for proofing. Pardon me, we proof it, then we send it to you for proofing. Once we send it to you for proofing, you get the chance to obviously sign off and say it's great or make adjustments. We got to go back through that process, get the design redesigned or adjusted, send it back to you. Once all is good, we then upload it to your profile and it's in. It's just a matter of time involved. If you've got your own designer and you want the specs, give us a call here at the office. We'll give you the specs, and that'll save us a whole bunch of time and therefore save you a whole bunch of cost. Can you do blogging in the website? You actually can. Great question. Let me go back to the website here for us. Let me just close out this little window I got. So going back to the website, when you go to ideas and info, you've actually got the ability to go in there and put in some of your own content as well. So you can put something in there. So again, just know that. And everything is all, like I said, generated from the back end. Check it out. Let us know if you got questions about that. Ideas and info right there. So you can click on that. You could go add in a picture. You can go add in some text. It's cool stuff. Okay, hold on. I got to make this bar bigger for myself. Bear with me, guys, here, please. Thank you. Because every time a question comes through, I lose my spot. But it's a good thing. People are interested. So we answered that. Thanks for taking the time to do this with you. Offer an email buyer drip campaign. Email buyer drip campaigns. Saw that email that came through actually over the weekend. Somebody will be in touch with you today. Right now, the buyer drip campaign that we offer is actually a paper-based tool. So you come here to buyer drip, you set that up. If you need help with that, call us. Anytime, even when we're done with this thing, we can walk you through that thing. Somebody here, as they got a moment, will walk you through how to use that. Now, that being said, you can set up your emails, your auto send email to have some of that stuff. We are working on a next steps drip campaign with email. In fact, guys, for everybody out there, we're working on a whole slew of action plans. So things that are going to automatically happen for you, and drip campaigns are a part of that. So just bear with us on that part of it, okay? But in terms of the paper part, we've got that for you, man. So just give us a call. Kind of minimum maximum cost are we looking at? Again, the email, so everybody here knows, email is completely included in your subscription. You guys pay no extra cost for email. So it's important you guys realize you pay no extra cost. Everything is there for you. Use it, abuse it. You could put in like 1,000 people in the system or more or whatever. Send everybody email and still be very specific for who receives your direct mail. And again, your cost around this program will be very much related to the direct mail you're sending out for people. Love it. What's the secret to getting those who don't open my e-newsletters each month? Call them? Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to tell you a little thing that I do. When I send you a piece of paper, a piece of direct mail, specifically, especially when I'm sending out direct mail, one of the big things I'll do is I'll actually go in and send you an email when I know direct mail is about to leave, and I'll send you an email and say, hey, check your mailbox the next few days. I got something exciting coming to you. Then that direct mail hits. Well, now I know it hit. I'm going to email you again after the fact and go, hey, did you check your mailbox? I sent you something really exciting. So I'm using email to bookend the direct mail. Well, take that same idea, wrap it around email. And I got to tell you guys all something. First of all, if you go to your tools and you go to your email campaign stats and you click on an email that you sent out, you're going to see that we provide you complete analytics to see who is and who is not opening your stuff. Okay, so number one, typical email open rates are somewhere between sort of the 20 and 24%. I hear some people getting 40%, which is a phenomenal number. But typically, again, speaking, if you just Google this stuff, it's like 20 to 24%. So it's extremely low. It's a lot lower than we'd want it to be. So how do we bump that up, or how do we get people to at least notice that we're there? Well, again, get them on the direct mail list, get them on the email list, connect with them on social media. And whether they're opening your email, we know at least they're seeing you. But beyond that, yeah, pick up that phone and call every once in a while. Hey, do you get my emails? Yeah. I don't know if I get them. I don't know. You know what? I just want to confirm your email address. Is it still, David@kitspack.com? Yeah, absolutely. If I got this spelled right, KITSPAK.com. Yeah, absolutely. Great. Just, send you emails. I noticed that seems like maybe they're not getting open or read or bounce back. It depends how lightly you want to tread with people on that. But again, you're having that conversation with people. You're bringing it to their attention that you're sending it to them. You're getting a gauge on whether they really give two shits about your email or not. At the same time, they might feel bad and go, oh my God, yeah, you know what? I didn't see that, or whatever it be. So again, using the phone, using the email, the direct mail, the social media, all to support each other. That's exactly what you want to do with it. And there's no harm in picking up that phone every once in a while. Not every month when you send it to me, but every once in a while, I'm picking up that phone and calling me and asking me if I got it. And at the same time, getting my express consent. I hope that helped. And if not, you call me, we'll talk. Can you set up landing pages? We are not setting up landing pages right now. It's not something we're doing right now with the website. The website, again, is sort of a fully comprehensive website. We're not doing any landing pages at the moment, more for the fact that we're your overall toolbox for all of your keep in touch marketing. We're not necessarily I don't want to say we're not a website company, because that's going to take away from the skill sets we have here. We are a technology company. That being said, we're focusing on creating a website that's going to be fully encompassing for all the information you want to provide to people, giving people the ability to have that lead capture, that you can capture those leads, and again, somewhere they can land. Landing pages. You get what I'm saying there. But again, it's not just one page. Something we are looking at, though, so just FYI, mental note on that. And if you want to talk more about it, again, call us. I'm welcoming everybody here. If you got questions about this stuff, call. Yes. Did you say we can add our own content to the email? Yes, absolutely you can. So I'm going to go over to marketing. I'm going to click on e-news. I'm going to click on e-news contacts. I'm just, for example, today going to select my entire list. I'm going to click create new email. And in here, pardon me, let me go back and do something for a second. Oh, that's fine. Actually, no, I want to go back and I'm going to turn off the auto e-news. Save. Okay, and I'm going to go back to my e-news contacts, and I'm going to click that. And I did that because even before, a second ago, before I turned off auto e-news, you could still add in your own content. In this case, it's going to show you how you could do it even with content that we create as well. So again, you're going to see the articles we write for you. And if you check that box, include custom article, you can go ahead and start to write in anything you want, add in some properties, even hit save and preview, and now everything's there, and there's the stuff you wrote. Okay, so really simple to do that. Again, guys, on your homepage, bottom right corner, library, you'll be able to see how to do that in case you just want to look it up and sort of do it at your own pace. Glad you like it. How do you set up the daily call list? I'm trying and I can't find it. Great question. We went through this over the webinar. I know I was moving quick. Let's do this again for you, you folks that are still sticking around. So again, we're going to go to the contact list. We're going to pick a random contact, okay? Whoever you want to set it up for, just example's sake for a moment. I'm going to click on Jonathan. I'm going to go to relationship keys. On a call list. You see that? Check the box. So they might be unchecked. Check the box. This little drop down is going to become alive. And now you can select how often do I want to call these people. And you're just going to be randomly prompted to call people at this point. And remember something, don't just snooze this stuff. Make those calls. But now you pick, again, just whatever, 3 months. And you can even say, when do I want to start it? Okay, pick a date. It might be today. It might be Friday. It might be Thursday, whatever. And click save. And you've now literally just added this particular contact to that call list. Let me know, just chat on there and just say, I got it. It makes sense to me if you did, okay? Where did that go? There it is. Yeah, by all means. Good, thank you. Appreciate you letting me know that you got it. For anybody there that you want to know the best number to contact us, yes, 731-7455, always a great number. That's exactly, you can connect with us. Email, social, we're always around. We're not hard to find, so by all means, please do whenever you got time. Okay, cool. Anybody else have any questions? I know that I've kept you guys on for a little bit now, and I thank you all. I know we've lost a bunch of people. We still got a lot of people. But is anybody else with any questions before I sign off for today? Oh, how do you see the email you're going to send? Okay, cool. Good question there. So when you go in, let's go back to that email now. When you go in and you click on everybody and you click on, let's just say I'm just going to select everybody right now. We're not just, I mean, you can do one person, two people, but I'm going to select everybody. I click on that. I hit create new email. It opens up. I do my thing. Maybe I get rid of an article. I don't know. Clocks change, whatever. Maybe I get rid of 2 articles. Okay, so I've written it. I'm going to come to the bottom and hit save and preview. Okay. Now, one thing I do for the email you guys all received for the webinar today, I did it using this. Okay. So I went in there, I wrote it. I had my subject line. I had what I wanted to say. I took out any news content and I literally just did a custom note to you guys. And that's what I wrote about, like, you know, coming to the webinar, lead gen, whatever. But then at the bottom, what I did before, and by the way, there's my social media links, and you can see the Instagram I just posted with you guys here today is there. What I'll always do is come down here and say email address, David, and I'll hit send one test email. Email sent, okay. I will check my inbox. I'm not going to wait on that right now for you guys, but I'll check my email inbox. I'll see my test. I'll look at the header. I'll look at the spelling of my subject line. I'll look at the spelling of the body of the text. Maybe there's something in there I made a typo on. So I'll come back on this page and just say back to email editor. I'll adjust that typo. Oh, look at that. I made a mistake. Adjust that. Come back down, save and preview again. And again, I'll make sure I double check my spelling. Maybe I send myself another test, or maybe I preview my list before sending. Yep, those are the people I want to send it to, and hit send. Let me know that you're good. The sender's email address, in fact, is from you guys, so it makes it look like you guys sent it. Of course, we're sending it from a separate server, but it does show up as you guys. If somebody hits reply, that email is coming back to you. Perfect. We good to go? Guys, I'm going to sign off at this point. I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to say thank you all for joining us today. I hope you learned a bunch. I hope when it comes to lead gen, you know exactly what you need to be doing out there. But just know this: KiTS is a complete toolbox for you guys to help all of you guys really generate more leads from the people that know you, like you, and trust you. 70 to 90% of your business comes from those people. You've only got 2 groups. Talk to the people that know you first. Make sure you got every single person on a call list, so you're making sure you call them regularly, have them on all your marketing. Use the 7 different ways to communicate with people. And I'm telling you now, you will keep your costs down, your ROI will go up, and you will thank KiTS for being part of your tool set. And we thank you all for the ongoing confidence. We're here for you. If you've got anything you need, get in touch with us. Call, email, connect with us on social. And again, as a last bit reminder there, like us on Facebook at KiTS Pack. Make sure you like us on, let's see, what do I got next here? YouTube, Mindshare 101 YouTube channel. Make sure you check us out on our Facebook page, my Facebook page as well, Mindshare 101. And then, of course, we've got my Instagram channel, David Greenspan 101. Check us out. Make sure you connect with us, follow us, like us, comment on us, do all sorts of stuff with us. And if you need us, we're here for you. Thanks, guys. Talk to you shortly.